Happy Friday. I just did this, but I was a little ratchet, so I start singing like Happy Friday. Next thing you know, I was down like too much. Happy Friday. I just randomly decided I was going to come on and say hi. Say I'm alive. If you've been wondering. It's just been a lot going on, and you know what? I was not going to discuss it or talk about it because it's all my personal, private business, and I definitely pick and choose because some things just need to stay private, you know. But I'm going to talk about this because it's related to mental health, and it's related to grieving, and that has happened on my channel before. And I think especially in our community, we don't talk enough about, let me lift y'all up a little bit more. We don't talk enough about mental health, and that it is okay to not be okay, but then take another step. And sometimes that other step is called a crisis line. I'm going to list some down below that I know that I've used. One that I worked for. You know, maybe that is going to therapy. Maybe that's seeing your pastor and going to therapy. Sometimes it's not an either or. So basically what's happening with me is that initially I just hadn't been on here, y'all, because it was just school. Like, that's just that, you know. I moved into the apartment, and I like hurried up and filmed that apartment tour that I saw some of you guys watched. And then I immediately, within a couple days, I had to take my candidacy exam. For anybody who knows what that is, it's intense, okay? And your all goes to that. So mine was a week-long process, and that was life. And then a couple days after that ended, my classes started, and it was the beginning of my second year, and it felt like the middle of dissertating or something. Like, it was rough, okay? And then outside of that, my health started to mess with me again, and I kind of had to take a step back. And I'm sometimes not good about recognizing when I need to take a step back, because sometimes I think I can do everything, and sometimes you can do a lot, and sometimes you can't. And I'm struggling with that right now, because I tend to not do well with the I cannot, you know. And that's not really healthy. It is unhealthy for us to depict ourselves as somebody who can do everything in the world, and you are not taking care of yourself. You're not putting yourself first. You're not saying no to things. You're not pausing certain things. You're not breathing. If you are doing everything and you are crumbling, that is problematic. My oatmeal is burning because one of my self-care goals today is to actually have real breakfast before I leave the house. So we're going to make that a priority, and that is what I'm going to do. But I just randomly decided to do this Friday vlog. Maybe it's not the most uplifting vlog. I hope you can take something from it. I hope it blesses somebody, because I'm in the midst of grieving and what may actually be depression. And I'm going to outrightly say that, because that's what it is. My uncle recently passed away, and about 3 weeks ago now. And I had to up and suddenly go home and deal with that and plan a funeral and everything that comes along with that. And now I'm back at where I live, and I feel so much and nothing all at once. And that to me is a sign that something is wrong. So I don't know, like, it was just on my heart, and I told you guys that I'm doing this thing where if something is really placed on my heart, then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to allow myself to be led. Oh, my face is sweating. Isn't that weird? The other thing is that I obviously have grieved in lots of different ways before. Grieving can look so different depending on what you're grieving, why you're grieving, etc., etc. So don't ever tell yourself that it's not okay to grieve, or you're not grieving because what you're doing now doesn't look like what it looked like before, you know. And for me, what's happening to me now does not look like what happened to me when my mom passed away. That does not mean that you're not grieving. Don't, you know, disaffirm yourself. So in terms of words of encouragement, I would say tell somebody, talk to somebody. And what I was struggling with is that I didn't have words to explain what I was feeling, but I still set up meetings. I still confided in my best friends, and I'm going to try to keep being open, to keep talking, because that's important. I am somebody that like does that like bottling up, which is so unhealthy. Oh my God, so unhealthy. And I've done that before, and then you just explode. You just fucking explode. And it's just, I know sometimes you get to that place and you just explode. But I'm trying to not get to that place. So I'm trying to be proactive. Even this right now, me telling you I'm grieving, that's not something I want to have conversation about, but I'm going to, because if you're going through something similar, or if you're going through something that's affecting your mental health, I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that you're not abnormal for not feeling whatever your normal self is, whatever your super high self is. Like, that is okay. Life happens, and sometimes it keeps happening and you feel like you don't have a moment to breathe. And it is okay to say that. It is okay to feel that. I would encourage you to reach out and talk to someone that you trust. I would encourage you to seek medical attention or help if that's what you need. There's tons of, depending on where you live, see what resources are available. If you're at a university, there's normally like a health clinic or something like that, and normally they're free to students. I would encourage you to try that. And just make sure that you don't keep it to yourself, you don't bottle yourself up, you don't isolate yourself. And as I'm saying this to you, I'm saying this to me. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm saying this to me because I know, right, that those are things that I shouldn't do. I've done it both ways. And so I'm also saying it to me. This is also me saying to Bridget, don't isolate yourself. Don't bottle it up. And I need to say that to myself constantly. I need to say that to myself every day. Because the strange thing about grief is you'll have days where you're like, yeah, I want to discuss this. I want to do that. And then you'll have days where you're just like, I don't want to discuss it. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm bitter. I'm whatever I am on that day or in that moment. And that's a hard thing to sit with, because it's like, well, what do you do after that, So, yeah, that's what's happening. And if you're going through that, you're not alone. And I hope that you find peace. I hope that you find contentment. And I'm also going to try to do the same. So, yeah, we're going to keep it. We're going to be honest. I'm not always together. My life is not always together. Honestly, it feels like it's breaking right now. And that's just real life. That's just real life. So I hope that this touches who it needs to touch, and that it blesses who it needs to bless. Even if that's just me, because I'm going to watch this before it goes up. So maybe I'll hear something in there that I needed to hear. I'm talking to me and y'all. So, this isn't me preaching at you. That's not what this is. This is just me saying, let me be open on my channel and say that I'm dealing with something tough, and it's a daily battle. It just happens. And I feel like I can't breathe. And that's just that. I know this is not the happiest topic, but that's that life. You're not always like super happy all the time. And that's just how it goes. Look at Sephora on here trying to get me to go back to my cart. Which I will be coming back. Sephora, just give me a minute. So yeah, that's just what's happening right now. I'm going to try to have a pleasant day. I have class, so I'm going to try to eat, and I'm going to go to class, and to me that feels like a job well done. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take a deep breath and tell myself that I did the best I could do today. And your best may look different when you are going through something than when you're not. And that is okay. And that's what I keep trying to tell myself. That is okay. That is okay. That is okay. That is okay. And I feel like, especially like as a student, or if you're in your career or something like that, I'm at a place in my life where I feel like I'm supposed to be just going. Like I'm an emerging scholar, and I'm trying to make it through this PhD program. And part of that is being present, being mindful, and making time to be those things, in addition to doing everything that comes with being in a PhD program. And what I'm struggling with is that I think I need to take a step back, and that is, that's really scary to me. Like that's really scary to me, because take a step back. Like, I just got here. I don't want to take a step back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I'm going to take a deep breath now, because I can't believe I just said all that. But that's where I'm at. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to have some real breakfast. I might come back later. My house is honestly not in the best shape, which is another reason why I have not been on camera, because I've been trying to get my life outside of the camera together, which is why all of those things combined is why I have not been present on the channel. So yeah, you know, normally when I do these vlogs, we're like walking around my house and stuff, but I don't want y'all to see my house is messed up. But it is, and that's also real life. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope you guys are well and that things are going well for you. But if they're not, then I send you love, I send you light, I send you encouragement. And yeah, I hope things improve. And if you are able to reach out to somebody, or, you know, in whatever capacity that you feel comfortable, I hope that you're encouraged to do so. Okay, I hope this is fine. It's at an angle because I still have not bought a tripod for my phone, for when I'm using my phone. I had one a long time ago. I don't know what's happening, but I got a little bit more comfortable. I did go to class, did do a couple other things. And then the clip you just saw, I went to the grocery store. So I picked up some all natural ground turkey because I'm torn on whether or not I'm gonna make a real meal right now, or if I'm going to go with my craving, which is nachos. Whenever I have nachos, I swear for like the next month, I want nachos like every day. I don't know what my problem is. But anyway, I picked that up. And then I picked up this farm-raised salmon. And I picked up 2 things of frozen green beans. I think I'm going to saute those up to have with my fish. And just saute them up, some peppers, some onions, that kind of stuff. And then I also picked up some chocolate chip waffles because they just looked good. Right now I don't have a waffle maker, but I love waffles. And they just look good, you know, and that's why you don't go in the grocery store hungry. But I did what I did. So that was a thing. How's your Friday going? I really genuinely want to know. I hope it's going well. Is it chill? Is it lit? What you doing? What's going on? Let me know. Mine's is going to be hella chill. Hella chill. Also, let me show y'all this really quick. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do like a top 5 current favorites or something like that, just because I've been gone for a long time. So I don't want to come back and inundate y'all with like a ton of products. Hold, because the light is about to be intense and that sound is going to start. Yeah, this is the right one. I'm going to step out of here. But this, oh my good, wrong one. Wait. Ooh, child, you be thinking you had your life together. Nope, not at all. Okay, I have been loving this literally since August. So my friend had sent me some money on Cash App and she was like, treat yourself. I'm like, thanks, girl. Because she was like, you know, congratulations on finishing your candidacy exam. Treat yourself, right? Went straight over to Rite Aid, and got to looking around. And I saw this, and I'm pretty sure it's new. It's the Dove Anti-Stress Micellar Water Body Wash. Now, let me say, the name totally got me, but what's funny is that I am not a fan of micellar water. It just does nothing for me. I had actually filmed a video about this, like trends and things that I just don't care for myself. And it didn't come out well. It was my second time filming it, so I just scratched it. But I think I'm going to refilm that because I really enjoyed the content. So I think I'm going to refilm that. But if you have not tried this, let me tell you something. I literally think I'm going to do a review on this product. Run, don't walk. I'm not one to, you know, like shove products down your throat. But I'm going to with this one. If you are not allergic to Dove, try it. Because it might change your life. I'm just saying. I'm halfway through it. And I'm planning to pick up another one. Because I don't want to be without it. I don't want to run out. And the smell. Oh, my goodness. I'm not over exaggerating. It just smells good and fresh and clean. Not too perfume. It has like a, you know, a Dove type perfumey smell, but it's lighter and it's fresher, and like you just feel clean when you finish using this. But moisturize, wait on it. I think I'm gonna need to do a review on this. But if you see it, and you're in the market for a new one, all I'm saying is it might be worth picking up, trying it out, keep your receipt so you can return it. But I'm telling you, what you won't be doing is returning it, okay? And you're welcome. So there's that. Hey y'all, I'm back. I did play in makeup. I think this foundation might be a little too light for me. I can't tell on camera. It's looking right on camera, if I do say so myself. But I played in makeup. Overall, I'm pleased. Trying out a new lipstick. Let me show y'all this real quick. Oh, you know what I didn't think about before I walked back here? I don't want y'all to see the rest of my house because it's terrible. Hold on a second. Oh, where are they? I'm doing y'all a favor, really, because my house is, the living room is together though, and it looks beautiful. Okay, you know how you have like a product like that you've wanted to try for so long? One of the product, like if I had to pick a lip product that I've wanted to try the longest, probably outside of the NARS Audacious lipsticks that I still have not tried, bam, right here, the Bite lipsticks. And this is like one of those holiday kits. It's 4 of them, excuse me. It's 4 of them, and this is how they come right here. I actually have this one on, which is the darkest color, because I kind of did like a purple smoky eye. This is the shade right here that I have on. It's probably the worst lighting to be trying to show y'all some makeup in. But yeah, so overall I'm pleased. I'm looking forward to getting my eyebrows threaded tomorrow, because that's really throwing off the glam that I try to have going on, because my eyebrows just are wild. So I'm looking forward to getting them done tomorrow. But anyway, off of that, I'm making some dinner, and I'm about to go ahead and saute up these. Why did I just use my train of thought? Green beans. I'm about to go ahead and saute up these green beans. But I thought, you know what? Let me just go ahead and put my Nonfiction November in here, because all of my gear for filming is still packed up, and I've just reached my capacity for today. Probably won't unpack that stuff until, it would be great if it's unpacked by Sunday. That would be fantastic. So I'm just going to show y'all what I'm reading in here. Why not? So Nonfiction November, I am so excited. I will have linked down below the announcement videos as well as the host and all of that. If you don't know what it is, Nonfiction November is just all about reading as much nonfiction in November as you like. If you only want to read one nonfiction book, boom, you've done it, and that's fabulous. I love nonfiction. Some of that is probably, obviously I'm a student, I read a ton of nonfiction already, but I want to make sure that I'm showcasing that on my channel more, because I love nonfiction, and this is one of my favorite readathons to do, but I don't think I've ever really done it on my channel before. You feel me? Okay. So first thing I'm reading, I've been reading this very slowly, and I like that. I've just been taking my time with it. This is The Power of Gratitude, The Chicken Soup for the Soul. This is one of their books, and this is 101 stories about how being thankful can change your life. And I am over halfway done with it. Really good ones in here. So I'm just loving this book, and I'm just loving reading a few of these before I go to bed at night. If you have the time in the morning, this could also be something fabulous to start your day with, but that tends not to be my story. So at night is where it's at. And then I was browsing at my library, because, you know, when they're print, turned around and started browsing. And while I was doing that, I found 3 books, and each of these just kind of touch my heart and touch my spirit, and I just need things that's touching my spirit right now, especially with me really feeling just a little down right now. So the first book, check my food. The first book is Our Story, Our Voices, 21 YA authors get real about injustice, empowerment, and growing up female in America, and it's edited by Amy Reed. Here it is right here. I haven't heard anything about this book, and I'm really excited to try it. I love these kind of books where it's like a whole bunch of, you know, like an anthology or something like that, where it's just a ton of stories in one, and they're like real life stories. You know what I'm saying? I also love short story collections, but I also love when they're like these type of stories as well. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. And here's what really took me over the edge. One of the titles for this, one of the stories at the end, is Black Girl Becoming by Tracy Deonn Walker. Whew, another one. What I've Learned About Silence by Amber Smith. One final one. These Words Are Mine by Stephanie Hunert. Anyway, I will report back. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read this this month. Another book. Now, this has been something that I've wanted to read for such a long time. I think it's Max from Well Done Books. I love his channel. And he had done a video, and in it, he had talked about this book. And I was like, oh, that sounds really, really good. And this is So You've Been Publicly Shamed by Jon Ronson. And this book is literally a book about different, is it all celebrities? Basically, this book is about famous public shamings and what that was like, and potentially even how they overcame it. I'm not fully sure, but just the idea of that. I've always found public shame to be such an interesting thing. One of the famous ones that I think about is Britney Spears. I also think about the Olsen twins, especially as somebody who has loved them, you know, and just in general, I think the idea of celebrity is just such a interesting concept, you know. And as somebody just regular smuggler Joe over here, obviously my life is not broadcast in that way, but I think about the ups and downs that you just go through in life in general, and I can't imagine that being broadcast to the world for their thoughts, feelings, and opinion, whether you asked about it or not, you know. Like, I just can't imagine. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book, and I think it's going to be really insightful. Then the final book, I saw this kind of at the end. I was really about to go, and I saw this book. If you don't know, a lot of the work that I do centers around African Americans, centers around Black studies, specifically in higher education. And so this book is called Policing Black Bodies: How Black Lives Are Surveillance. Did I say that right? No, I didn't. But I am literally blanking right now, which lets you know that I'm tired and I probably should go to sleep. How Black Lives Are Surveyed. No. Yeah, I said it right. And How to Work for Change. Here it is right here. I'm like literally blanking right now. That's how you know you're tired. And this book is by Angela J. Hattery, I hope I'm saying that right, and Earl Smith, and it sounds fantastic. This book is taking a look at the ways in which black bodies are policed, and looking at it from a historical perspective, situating that within different contexts, and also looking at what that looks like today, but also really putting that historical impetus on it to really bring light to the ways in which this has been done and done strategically over time. So I am so excited to read this book. I think I'm going to absolutely love it. Other things that I have coming in the mail, I'm really hoping to read Well-Read Black Girl this month. I'm sorry I'm skipping on who actually wrote that book, but I will have everything listed in my description box. And also Michelle Obama's book, I think I said it earlier, Becoming. So between those 6 books, I'm hoping to read some good things from this pile, and then whatever I don't read, I probably will just carry over to the next month. So yes, what I got going on. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my food, and then I think I'm gonna have a glass of wine. If I don't come back tonight, which I'm hoping I will at least one more time, but if I don't come back tonight, thank you for spending Friday with me. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I've missed you guys so much, and I've just missed the channel and being active. So I have so many new subscribers, so many people that have subscribed and been commenting and liking my videos, which just blew my mind, but also just really lifted my spirits when I just really needed it lifted. So I appreciate you and thank you so much, and I hope you continue to enjoy the content on the channel. If you're new, I say it all the time, please feel free to leave me video suggestions, ideas, any of that kind of stuff, and if I'm able to do it, I will do my best to get it done. Thanks.